Had to travel a little bit for this video. The YouTube police has come to investigate and I made sure to dress in style. A friend sent me a post for exotic car automation, exotic car rentals, Miami. Who was operating this?
What's going on, guys? Brandon Condi here, and today I'm super excited to break down what is exotic car automation.
I messaged Brandon that I'm interested in filming a behind-the-scenes video of his operation. He said he'd love to do it. I flew to Miami to investigate. And of course I wore an outfit to match the Miami culture. What's up, man?
Oh, what's good? It's the guy from YouTube.
That's me.
What's up, Spencer?
Come on in, everyone.
Welcome in.
We are out here in Miami, but where are we? What is this?
So we are in the showroom. You're actually in the showroom in Miami, Florida right now.
Brandon's warehouse is located on a busy street just a few miles outside downtown Miami. We're chilling outside the warehouse. This is an interesting area, my first time in Miami. What made you choose this location?
So this location is a great location. For one being, it's on a main road right there. We're right here on 79th Street. For anyone that lives in Miami, they know it's a very, very busy road all the way down to the beach.
Miami is one of the few cities in the US that has enough demand for exotic cars to warrant the existence of exotic car rental businesses. I see some cool cars. We have to check these out.
So we got the baby blue Urus. This was actually our first client, Dr. Ryan Russ's car for exotic car automation. He bought this one for about $286,000.
What does a car like this rent per day?
So this one goes out for, on average, $1,200 to $1,700 a day, but about $1,500 a day. So, you know, there's 30 days in a month. If it goes out for 10 days of the month, $15,000. Car note on this with insurance and everything is about, you know, $5,000 to $6,000. So it's $5,000. You got $10,000 to play with, and you know, we still have 20 days left in the month.
The numbers on an exotic car rental business seem lucrative, but there's always a hidden risk. When people hear exotic car rentals in Miami, the word scam comes up a lot. There's a lot of businesses that are doing things the wrong way. So why do you believe you're doing things the right way? A couple years ago, Vice released a documentary titled The Finesse of Miami's Luxury Car Hustle, which has surpassed 11 million views to date. In the video, they found a young Miami hustler type borrowing cars from his network of friends and then renting the cars as a faux exotic car rental company.
Here at Exotic Car Automation, we do everything by the book. We do not cut corners. So there's two things that people do wrong is they rent cars out on a personal or a business policy, which in essence is fraud, right? And then they don't have the right insurance because they don't write these policies anymore. So here at Exotic Car Automation, we own the leasing company, we are the rental company, and also the management company. So in essence, they all know about each other. And in the lease that we write for the cars, we say, hey, you're able to legally rent this vehicle out, and then the insurance company will give it's together, so we insure the vehicles.
Moving over here, what kind of beauty is this?
Man, this is a Bentley drop top V8. Come check this out. Look at the screen and the dash. You guys can't smell it, but smell how fresh that is. Every car that I have has less than 5,000 miles. It's fresh, it's rich, and it's clean. You know, what happens is a lot of people come out here and they rent cars and they see the online, you know, social media perception and reality. But all my cars are brand new. You can smell them right now. Less than 5,000 miles and clean, and you get what you pay for.
Despite living in Florida twice in my life, I had never made the trip down I-95 to the adult playground on the water. Miami is a city of luxury, arts, high-end condos, and flash. Showing up to social events in a middle-income vehicle isn't acceptable in a city so driven by status. The first thing on people's minds is going to be the risk. What happens if someone wrecks one of these vehicles?
Yeah, absolutely. You know, taking these cars out and people getting excited and driving a Lamborghini, you know, Huracan drop top for the first time, they're going to get a little squirrely and go crazy. So that could happen. Rims could get scratched, bumpers could get ripped off, you know, going down a driveway. So just be aware that that can happen, and things in life do happen.
$2,000 to rent a car for a day seems insane until you visit the city and realize how much wealth exists within Miami. The Bahamas, Turks and Caicos, Puerto Rico, Grand Cayman Islands, Jamaica, Cancun, and various other cities are all within a 3-hour flight to Miami. The wealthiest citizens of these countries visit Miami as their vacation spot. To the average person, spending $2,000 a day to drive around the city seems ludicrous, but in a city that attracts some of the wealthiest people on the planet, it's not a cost that many of these ultra-wealthy even notice. These are all of the listings for sale today that are priced at more than $20 million. This is a city full of luxury real estate, yachts, fine dining, arts, events, culture, and of course, exotic cars. I love this Lambo behind me. Who is renting a car like this down here in Miami?
You know, it's anyone that really wants to flex or feel like they made it, or just, you know, feel some type of way. I really feel like you can't go anywhere else in the world and get a car like this and feel like you've made it. You know, a lot of people like to rent cars when they go to Atlanta or like California, but I really feel like if you go to Miami, you have to get an exotic car. Drive down South Beach, You don't get this feeling anywhere else.
On our way to Miami Beach, we pulled over to get some drone footage of the yachts in this one location. We even saw the Reitinger's ultra-expensive yacht that is significantly more massive in person than what this drone footage shows. This is probably my favorite. I love Lambos. The baby blue is a beautiful look. This feels Miami.
Yep.
When you buy the car like this, are you thinking about the color within the city?
Yeah, so I spec this out to be rented out. So if we open up, and I'll show you guys the inside, everything is spec'd out to the best options, and this one goes for about, I get $1,400 a day for this one. This one right now, I would sell for about $325,000.
Wow, okay. Some high-income earners may not want to buy the car and deal with costly monthly payments and insurance, so they may rent when they want a high-end car for a night or a weekend. I heard that you're renting these cars for, let's say, $2,000 a day. Mm-hmm. These are expensive cars, and someone could wreck it and cause $60,000 in damage. So where's that money coming from?
Absolutely, that's a great question. So I'm probably the only guy that I know of in Miami, Florida that has exotic rental car insurance. So everything is done by the book, and I'm going to say it 1,000 more times. And the people that do come in to rent our cars, we vet them to make sure they have the proper insurance. God forbid something were to happen.
My friend Houston Crosta here in Vegas would be the first to tell you that renting exotic cars doesn't mean you're immune from wrecks and damages. Insurance is obviously very important. How do you verify that the borrower has the right insurance? Because I imagine if they wreck the car, it's on them.
Absolutely. So, we get their deck and we get the whole insurance, and we call and we verify that they have the proper insurance. Obviously, all that insurance, if anything were to happen, falls on their insurance. But the one thing that we do have is we have the certificate of liability insurance that nobody has. And really what you're looking for, if you come down here, it's under the types of insurance. Then you have automotive liability, and then right here it says auto rental, right? So, and then what else you're looking for down here is going to be, the cash value of the car. So this is that car right there, and it's going to show you the worth of it if it were to be wrecked. And then over here we have our limits and deductibles.
The Greater Miami Convention and Visitors Bureau estimates around 24.2 million visitors arrived in Miami and Miami Beach in 2021. That would mean on average 66,000 people visited the city every day. Even if 0.5% are potential customers for this business, that's an average of 331 people every day who may want to rent an exotic. I noticed these cars behind me are a little older. Are you renting these out as well?
No, so these are just investment pieces, and I really like the old school pieces. And with the Shelby GT right here, we're waiting for the newest one. I'm going to try to buy it at a good deal, and then I'm going to package these two and sell them for about $3 million.
So I'm under the impression that this is a business that rents out cars, but yet you just said it's an investment vehicle. So you're not renting it out, but how is it an investment?
Because with time, just like watches or anything else or houses, they go up in appreciation. So if you hold on to these two, and I really think if I package them together, there's going to be the right buyer that really wants them.
Is an investor buying these and you're holding them for them, and then you're going to sell them down the road? Or are these your cars personally?
So these are the business cars, right? And we're going to buy these, right? And I'm going to buy the other one, put them together and package them and sell them. It's not an investor gave me money, I'm holding on to it. We personally bought them ourselves because I know if I package them, I'll make a lot more money.
The city not only attracts wealth from all over the world, but also athletes, entertainers, and influencers who are known to want to ride around in luxury. This is a beauty, and obviously this is a really, really, really high-end vehicle. Yeah. It's going to cost a lot of money. Are you taking cash? Are you taking credit cards? How do people pay for a vehicle like this?
So I do cash and I do credit cards, right? But with cars like these, how I really weed out a lot of the people that I don't want renting the cars out is I'll take a big deposit. So this was about to go out the other day, just things didn't work out. I wanted $5,000 as a deposit and $2,000 for a day.
According to Miami-Dade County demographics data, 85,000 people within the city limits earn over $200,000 a year, which represents about 9% of the population. With so much condo construction, many areas experiencing rapid renovations, and money flowing into the city, I wouldn't be surprised if exotic cars are rented out more frequently than you'd expect. Seems to be a lot of trust if you're taking cash. A cash transaction for a $500,000 car. Is that something you would only do with a personal client?
So for that, obviously I would have to get all the insurance documents, the driver's license, and really vet who they are as a person to be able to take that kind of person on.
I think it's a little risky that he accepts cash, but this is a city whose roots are tied to the drug game, a city full of strip clubs and entertainment, and a city known to attract those who want to flash brighter than its afternoon sun. I'm looking at this document for the first time, and I do see that there is an auto rental checkbox giving you the ability. Does that mean you're doing things legally, that checkbox?
100%. So if you go to rent a car, you really need to go check out, do your due diligence. And obviously, the way to check this out is go into one of their glove boxes and see if this LLC right here matches what it says on the registration. The only way to get that is if you do it the right way or you Photoshop it.
Brandon told me he heard of a story recently where a customer of an exotic rental car company in Miami recently got caught for attempting to steal the vehicle. The tracker found the vehicle at the shipyard about to ship out of the country. This building feels pretty new, or there was a big renovation. Did you come in here and renovate the property?
Yeah, so everything is brand new. You know, it's done by the book. There were absolutely no corners cut at all. You know, a lot of people like to save money. They want to, you know, look at the electrician box right there. So if we go over there and see the internet and the wires, everything's super organized. It's like going in there and you can tell how someone runs a business. It's like looking in the car and you can really tell how a man operates his business and his life if his car's dirty or his house. So I wanted people to be able to come in here and see it and be like, wow, this guy runs a great operation.
I love real estate investing. I love when people buy the shop or the building or their house.
Yeah.
Did you decide to buy this building, or are you renting it?
Yeah, so our company bought this building, and we wanted to be able just to control the narrative, and no one can tell us to, hey, you got to get out of here, right? We run the show.
Do you care sharing how much money you put into this building and renovation cost?
We've put about close to $2 million in this unit right here.
All in.
Yeah, from brand new resin floors to the HVAC units to the upstairs lighting and you know, the glass garage doors.
I'm pretty impressed by how much money Brandon and his business partner sunk into this business.
So a lot of people do say that. They say, Brandon, why can't I just go buy this Cullinan right now, or this Urus or this Huracan by myself and do it without you, right? So for one, you probably don't have the connections or the big following to get the car rented out to fulfill. And number two is you're not able to legally purchase a car to rent it out. You don't have the proper insurance, and you know, we charge an upfront fee, so you're gonna pay that upfront fee and sales tax. So why not just do it the right way from the beginning and legally rent your car out to make money with us?
One option is to post your car on Turo, but you're still running into the issue of self-operating a car rental business. There are way more headaches than you'd anticipate.
The first showroom, if anyone is on here and follows me, they saw the other warehouse. Now I rent that warehouse. It's about $20,000 a month.
Before we drove over to check out his other warehouse, he gave us a quick tour of his new Mercedes Sprinter van.
So you bought this to rent it? No, this is personal. I don't want to drive anymore.
Brandon told me he gets driven around town every day because he can utilize that time to make calls and handle business while going from location to location.
Think about it, like how much time you spend driving. I could be on FaceTime calls, I could be making money, yeah, that's right. You know? Or is my time best spent driving myself, like doing laundry, grocery shopping, making my bed? Nah, you know, we waste like 3, 4, 5 hours a day.
We drove over to his other warehouse that he will be utilizing for other business ventures. Located just outside Midtown in an area called Wynwood, this warehouse is mostly empty but can be used for businesses to rent out during specific times of the year.
This one we can rent out. We do a lot of events over there. I have my business partner Jay right here. We do a podcast, but the events for our baths will go out for about $20,000, $25,000 a night.
On the surface, it sounds cap, but Miami is a city full of high-end events that attracts companies willing to pay for a warehouse in a good location.
So you guys can go on Pier Space right now and look for a warehouse like this. It's 7,000 square feet on the inside with another 13,000 on the outside. These go for a minimum of $1,500 an hour.
Yeah, $1,500 an hour?
An hour, yeah.
And how much does it cost to run this every month?
This one right here, what, like 20 grand, give or take?
Yeah, so the rent's about $20,000 after electricity, some water, and you know, miscellaneous. About $23,000, $25,000.
One thing became very clear in my week in Miami: this is a city full of young entrepreneurs making money. On the surface, everything appears to be set up well for Brandon, but I had to ask the most important question.
A lot of these businesses down here, these exotic car rental businesses, go under within 5 years. So
100%.
how do you think you're going to be able to set up your business in such a way that you won't be another business that doesn't succeed?
Yeah, so the reason why a lot of these people go out of business is because they cut corners. They don't do things right, and they don't have the right insurance, right? They could go get a Lamborghini, they think shit's sweet, and you know, they make some money. Oh, they're like, oh, I just made $5,000. But they don't have the right insurance. So what happens if the next Sprinter comes out, they crash your whole bumper and front end and headlight, and then your bill's $15,000.
You're out.
You're out, you're done. So we do everything by the book. We do not cut corners at all, as you can see from the showroom. And if anything happens, God forbid, we have the right insurance.
Buying and renting exotic cars in a city like Miami is sexy, great for social media, great for pulling up to events, great for networking, great for your brand, but there will always be headaches, and the risks with this business can be disastrous if insurance isn't handled properly. Huge thanks to Brandon for letting us come out to Miami and tour his car warehouse. It was fun seeing this investment behind the scenes. Thank you so much for watching.